Hey everyone. Unfortunately, I'm tasked today to record this video because we find ourselves in the exact same spot we were in 6 or 7 months ago back in July and August, when the district has launched a plan, claimed collaboration with the MTA, and no such thing has occurred. I want to explain what happened to you, as we were all shocked by what was presented at the Special Board of Education meeting this week in regards to the end of the cohorts and bringing more students back to in-person learning. There was a meeting that was held between MTA leadership and district leadership last week. At that meeting, the vast majority of the discussions surrounded around the return of special education students sometime within the next month. The result of that meeting was that building principals would approach and speak to and collaborate with special education teachers in their building to determine how many students would be returning, as well as the space in their room and whether or not we could do it. Less than a week later, not only was the return of special education students in person announced in full, but so was the entire district, to the surprise of many, even though the district constantly during the board meeting said it was in collaboration with the MTA. Their definition of collaboration continues to be extremely different than our definition. While there was a brief discussion last week at that meeting of getting to eventually full in-person learning, there were no answers to any questions raised by the MTA, nor any idea that we were talking about anything but the final 6 or 7 weeks of school. In fact, there was even a discussion that it would be after the budget vote, which is mid-May, and that at least we could have a plan that said we would be opening when the budget vote occurred. Less than a week later, the district is holding a special board meeting and announcing dates for reopening that are all within the next 6 weeks. As a surprise to all of us, including the MTA leaders that sat in that meeting. So to call the district's efforts disingenuous last week during that meeting would be an accurate statement. So once again, the district falsely claims collaboration with the MTA. And I feel sorry for you members that watched that board meeting and for any second thought that the MTA played a role in making this happen or agreeing to this. As we sit today, there are still dozens of unanswered questions as to how this is going to happen that no one has answers to. We will continue to raise those questions. We will continue to use the numbers based on the survey we took that 80% of you would like to see us fully vaccinated before we return to a 100% in-person learning. We will continue to advocate all of these points. But right now it doesn't matter. The district doesn't care. They met with us to meet with us, to say that they met with us, to claim collaboration, but they are doing whatever they want. The plan they presented on Wednesday night at the board meeting was nothing like the plan that we were presented less than a week earlier. I do want to be clear, though. The MTA and its members do not have a say in whether or not the district combines cohorts or returns to 100% in-person learning. We will continue to advocate. We will continue to ask the questions. We will continue to press district administrators, but we don't have a say in that. We must ensure that the district follows state guidelines. We must ensure that member safety and student safety are considered, but we do not get a say. And that is part of the problem. The fact that the district walks around and says they have the MTA approval is false. A, they don't need our approval, and B, they wouldn't get it until they could actually answer our questions or stop presenting us nonsense that isn't actually what they want to do, which is what is actually happening. Again, I'm sorry to have to bring this to your table again because I felt like we did this 7 months ago and I was really hoping that some lessons were learned, but apparently not. Have a great weekend, everybody.